Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing, where you like, subscribe, and most importantly, hit that bell notification for all your breaking news, coin updates, blockchain technology, and information and laws and regulations as we head into the cashless society, as I'm being repeatedly censored and suppressed by the powers that be that are trying to restrict this information. So it's very important to push us through the YouTube algorithm. Hit that like button, comment down below, hit the bell notification, and share this channel far and wide to stay up to date on all the breaking news. Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing, and you can see here the dollar has opened up the weekly candlestick, and it's sitting right about where it ended off last week, on its way up towards that 120 target. As you do know, if we zoom out here to the 4-hour time frame and even to the hour time frame, you can see we had this major consolidation after a confirmed breakout right here on that descending blue fib circle right here and the 50-day moving average, and continued to the upside, and that brought in this upper target of 120.909. Then we had this bullish consolidation on the local double top, came back down twice and tagged the 50-day moving average again, and now we've continued to the upside. Opens up the door to hit this 120.909, and that's what we're going to be watching out for as the weeks go on, as the Fed continues to tighten. But you can see here, Luna Classic. Actually, we're going to go into here real quick because Dappt had a big run today. You can see Dappt had another huge run, and it's doing what we were talking about, watching out back here for quite some time, since it had this big fall right here and it broke this major volume indicator. Every time it bounced down here, it had a pump but got rejected up here in this little slim red line. Rejection, 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 right after all the support that it had down there. But then after it had this pump over here back in mid-September, you pumped over this red area. And then if we zoom in now to the 4-hour time frame, should be sufficient. You can see now it started to use this as upper or lower support instead of being resistance like there and back in the future. It started to flip this in the support just underneath it, and support right on top of it. It's trying to use this as support now, and you can see it pumped up last time right here after it came back down after another big pump after the initial big pump. Now again, what I would watch out for is for this to trade back down between the 50-day moving average in red and somewhere on the top part of this red support zone, just like here, and it pumped, came through, but pumped back up and then pumped again. This is your major support now. It's trying to flip it, and that's where I would look for a pump when it comes back down to here again, because I think it will trade back down to there. And if it breaches this area, you would come all the way down to the major underneath support like it was back there. But that's what we're looking at now. It already had its pump. Now I need to see if it can come back down here, and then that's where you take a gamble somewhere in that area down in there between the moving averages and the top part of that red support zone. If we look at Luna, you can see this continues to fall, and it did break this head and shoulders type topping pattern, and like we were talking about, it eventually would come back down here to pre-pump levels, and now you're in free fall, and the next move of major support for Luna is going to be down here at this blue fib circle and this orange left to right area, which was the old resistance point from the last pump where it really took off and accelerated to the upside. That is your support right now, your major support. And then the one you can try to wick and stay on is 8.00018.739. And then you got your major underneath one. I moved it just now, which is down here at 0.00013404. And those are your areas, but you're accelerating with volume is leading the price down. That's bullish. That'll continue down. And I would expect this to be your next major underneath area where there could be some buyers to try to help the price out. The Bitcoin price continues to look very bearish. On the downside, short-term target, we're looking still at the 16,598 as this major blue support zone is threatening to get broken on any kind of pump. The major upper resistance starts at about 27,010 cents. But if we do break this area right here, you're likely to fly all the way down to 13,336. right, which is a technical target that we've had for quite some time. So in the short term, the micro time frame, the 19,310.90 is very important resistance that it's acting as right now, and you need to break that and get over the 200-day to try to hit some of these upper targets. But right now things are very bearish, and this is a critical area of support that you must hold, or you would initiate a pretty big fall all the way down into this area, right, and fulfill this target. So that's what I'm watching out for there. And then the old XRP price we'll finish this update up with. You can see we're still sitting on a beautiful consolidation that we talked about earlier. We were expecting 50 cents range to be major upper resistance, and that's what you've gotten. And now you got this nice consolidation, which you could say it's a bull flag. You could say it's a pennant consolidation after a big pump. You're getting a sideways consolidation and a falling volume, which could be seen as bullish. And the upside target, like we watched earlier, watch that video from this morning, this would be your upper target of 68 cents if this breaks to the upside, right? And then your major upper resistance would be right here. A breakdown to the downside, you'd be looking at a 37-cent initial major. If it did something like that, where you would expect buyers to be, because that used to be major resistance, it should act as at least temporary short-term solid support, which could pump the price back up into this area before it got bearish again. But this is a major area. If you can break, you can come up to 68 cents. If you get rejected off this, 37 cents is the logical area of major support, because if you broke that, then you start getting into the volume indicator, and then if you dip below the volume indicator, there could be a pretty big fall coming from where you're at now to where I think by the end of the year you will hit this target that old Vincenzo made back in 2021. Like, subscribe, and share. Peace and love.